Hi, I'm Danny and I'm hiking the AT. Today we're out here at Wolfpen Gap, and the plan today is to hike Coosa Bald, which is a 4,000 peak in Georgia. Want to cross another one off my list. Weather's about 60 degrees right now, slight breeze. It's overcast, but no chance of rain. Yeah, we're just gonna go over the mountain, and then we're gonna walk back on the road that kind of skirts the mountain. So we're only really doing one major climb today, so it should not be too hard. It's just me out here. There's not really a lot of parking around here at this trailhead. This is the Duncan Ridge Trail. We're going northbound from Wolfpen Gap. So yeah, it's about 2 p.m. It's probably 7-8 miles to go today, so let's get after it. So goals for today. This is my first solo backcountry practice hike. Officially, the first solo backcountry hike I've done since this summer when I did the Bartram Trail. So mentally, I want to remember what solo hiking in the backcountry is like and get used to it, basically. I mean, you know, it's pretty obvious, but for the AT, I gotta be used to being alone a lot. Of course, I also have a nice climb. That's really no different than what I've already done. I've already done some nice climbs, so I'm pretty familiar with that. Getting myself into shape, also important. So particularly these first 2 miles will help with that. But yeah, I also just want to continue exploring. I am trying to do every 4,000 foot peak in Georgia. This would be like my 5th or 6th, something like that. There's 32 of them. Planes. Nice. 32 of them, I think. So I want to eventually do all of them. This will mark one of the easier ones to bag off the list. In the future, probably do Brasstown Bald. The rule is you have to climb up via Neels Gap. Haven't done that. I've driven to the top before. That didn't really count. And there's a couple others in that area. Like I want to say Wolfpen Ridge, for instance. And there's 2 or 3 more. I want to do all those at some point. But yeah, it's a really nice day out right now. Great day for hiking. Couldn't complain at all about the weather. So onward we go. If you've ever wondered why it's called the Blue Ridge, this is why. What a view. I want to say Brasstown Bald is there. Not 100% certain though. I do know that the reason it's called, or reason it looks blue, and the reason it's called the Blue Ridge, is it's a chemical that trees release. Is what makes the air look blue. Which is so cool. And it's not just, you know, some imaginary, you know, oh, it's the Blue Ridge. No, it really is blue. And there really is a reason why it looks this way. So there's a red object right there. Now I'm gonna go investigate what it is. If it's litter, then you know, I'll carry it out. Well, let me drop my pack and go see what that is. Well, not very interesting, but it's just a balloon. We'll be packing it out though. Do my part. I'm a scout, Eagle Scout. I can't leave shit like this. It would be dishonorable to everything I stand for, and you know, yeah, I can't be doing that. All right. Got the thing. And the balloon. Yeah. The red balloon. Huh. No idea what this is here. Alright, we got the balloon. Just not only is, you know, want to clean up the litter, but there's a missing hiker in this area too. Charles Hosh. We're not very far from Blood Mountain, like I want to say within 5 to 10 miles. So unlikely that he's here, but definitely possible. So, you know, on the very, very small chance that that could help find him, you know, I should definitely go investigate. But I think it's just a red balloon someone released. Not very interesting. But what a tragic story. You know, local, knew the area well. And, well, yeah, I mean, I hope he's okay, but I don't know, chances are pretty low, I think, at this point. It's been like 4 months. But anyway, that doesn't discourage me from going out and solo hiking. Still love it out here. I mean, he loved it too. Anyway, continue on the trail, less than a mile from Coosa Bald, and allegedly a nice view. We'll see if that's true, but allegedly a really nice view. All right, we are at the gap right before the big climb. That is Duncan Ridge Road, and in front, directly in front of us, is the trail where we're headed up Coosa Bald. I can't wait to see how the view is at the top, but the one picture I saw looked real nice. I'll say that. Looked real nice. Oh, there's a can. Fuck. All right, well, you know, I've gotta get this. Can't not get this. What kind of asshole leaves a can like this? Like, what the hell, man? What are we doing? I'll put this in my pack and then head up. All right, can secured, and up we go. I will say, not only am I unhappy that whoever left that there littered, but that they're drinking Busch Light. Like, what are we doing? Busch Light is terrible. I mean, at least get like Miller or Coors or something. Like, Busch Light is bottom of the barrel. Can't stand that stuff. Gotta be super drunk if you want to even enjoy a Busch Light. But anyway, up we go, up we go. Well, climb's no joke. I'll say that. But we're almost there. We're so close. I think actually the final push is right in front of us. We're like 1/10 or 2/10 of a mile away. Almost there, baby. Almost to a view and lunch. All right, reached this sign. Thought a minute was at the top. No, the top is actually like a little farther this way. So on we go. Boy, that climb to get up was real steep. I did it. It wasn't that long, but yeah, I mean, that's a real good climb. Good training for me, I guess. All right, but almost there. For real this time. All right, here's the sign. And this is the view. That's my chair. I already went over there. Wow, I mean, honestly, way better than I expected. This is gorgeous. I can't wait to eat my lunch right there. It's gonna be awesome. Did it in just under an hour, plus that detour to get some trash. It was a little over 2 miles. So the All Trails guide I used to scout it shorted a little bit. It was about 2.4 or 2.04 for me, and like 980 feet of climbing. So yeah, time for lunch. All right, well, let's look at Coosa Bald. It's a fantastic view through there. The right peak is Blood Mountain. The left is Slaughter Mountain. Climbed Blood, we'll eventually climb Slaughter at some point. But now we're headed down. We'll head to Duncan Ridge Road, which is an unpaved Forest Service road. And then we'll turn around and head back to the car from there. Should be 4 to 5 miles. I don't know. I didn't actually measure it exactly. It doesn't really matter. Should be pretty easy anyway. So let's go. All right, into the gap. Wow. Actually, considerable echo. Echo! That's so cool. I didn't expect that at all. Echo! Anyway, we'll be continuing on this road that way. I'm turning around. I came from the trail behind me, so we're going back that way to the car, and it's to be about 3 or 4 miles. I'd say it'll take me roughly an hour, and that's that. So nice little hike today. Nice to get out here. That view is great. Climb was very steep. I mean, I was kind of expecting it to be steep. That's what all the reviews said. It would be steep, but it was real steep in some places. But it was worth it. And, you know, obviously I made it to the top and I had a good time. And I'd say I got some good training in today. So yeah, onward and upward. Well, not really upward, kind of just onward at this point. Past a nice little creek that goes under the road and goes this way. Kind of cute. By the way, just because it's a road does not mean there's no more climbing. There's been, I wouldn't call it a difficult uphill in any way. Cruisy uphill, definitely, but up is still up. And it's still burning calories and whatnot. But, I mean, definitely a lot easier than the trail we just did. We got another can. At least this time it's Modelo. That's at least a respectable beer. But yes, I'll be picking this up and I'll be carrying it out because I like nature and we should not be putting our trash here. This shit really pisses me off, not gonna lie. Okay, that looks like a bear canister maybe? I'm not quite sure, but I will be going to get it and investigating and probably carrying it out. Since I do have some room in my pack, I can carry something like that. Plus, extra weight, more training. Okay, so turns out it is a bear canister. I also found 3 more cans on my way down here. So, yeah, my weight is actually increasing instead of decreasing right now. But back we go. Okay, well, my pack is considerably taller now because I had to put it facing upward since I didn't find the lid to the bear canister. But yeah, please don't throw your trash over here off the side of the hill. Come on, man. Like, be better than that. Because someone like me is going to have to pick it up at some point. I can't just stay there forever. Like, come on, be respectful. All right, pack taller. And I wanted to see if I could do hat backward, even with a really tall pack. And I can. I can still look up. So I think we're gonna rock this for a little bit. Passing the gap again. Came from that way. Wildcat Knob, I believe, is up there. We're gonna go around this way just to see something new. That's kind of the only reason. Not much elevation that way, but I want to see this side of the mountain too. I'm almost back to the car, and this tree right here, that guy, was making noises like it's gonna fall. Like, yeah, that's definitely a widowmaker. And I heard it creaking when the wind was blowing. So, yeah, maybe if I come back here in a week or so, this tree will be on the road right here. But, you know, just a reminder, be careful, particularly like where you set up your tent and that kind of thing, because these things do happen. Like, these trees do fall. And to answer the question, well, if it falls and I'm here to hear it, then it does, in fact, make a sound. So, anyway, the road is right down there. Can you see it? Yeah, it's right down there. So we're almost there. I can see the car. And we're back at the car, so that's that. I'll enjoy my peanut butter cups, no stickers today, peanut butter cups, and then drive back to Atlanta. And yeah, that's all for my hike. Good hike. Didn't see a soul. Don't mind at all. It was real peaceful. The weather was perfect, and the view was great. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see me hike the AT for real, and I'll see you in the next one.